Imagine a world where African Americans were still unable to get good educations and where they were still unable, to this day, able to go to an American college. That changed because of me. I, James McCune Smith, was born on April 18th, 1813 in New York City as a slave. I was the son of a freed slave father and a mother who purchased her freedom. I later became known as the first African American to get a medical degree and an unknown educational hero. As a child, I went to African Free School in New York. Throughout my childhood, I was an exceptionally bright student. I was also chosen to deliver a speech to General Lafayette on his trip to New York, which was a great honor. I was also exceptionally bright for my age. I, while being smart and brilliant, was never allowed to go to an American college, mainly because of my skin color. However, this incident didn't get in my way, as I now saved up all of my money and attended the University of Glasgow, which is located in Scotland. In my school, I joined the Glasgow Emancipation Society to fund my education throughout my college life. I completed my bachelor's and master's degrees and then completed a medical degree in 1837, thus becoming the first African American to get a medical degree. After returning to my hometown of New York City after my college days, I quickly began my own pharmacy company, which also made me the first African American to have a pharmacy. There, I not only treated black patients, but white patients as well, showing that I never held a grudge against the whites, even though I was being treated harshly by them. I specialized in general surgery and medicine, providing treatment to all people. Also, after returning to New York City, I became broadly involved in the anti slavery and suffrage movements, contributing to and editing abolitionist newspapers and serving as an officer of many organizations for the improvement of social conditions in the black community. I tried to speak against racist issues and attacked slavery and racial theories. I was a hardworking doctor and also politician slash social activist. I worked closely with the famous abolitionist Frederick Douglass and his good friend, and I wrote a column in the North Star, Douglass's newspaper, which merged with the Liberty Party paper and was later renamed Frederick Douglass's paper, which also made me become the first black physician to publish articles in U.S. medical journals. I wrote prolifically about medicine, science, education, racism, and literature. Lastly, Frederick Douglass and I had established the National Council of Negro People. I was a strong, hardworking abolitionist who wanted equal education for all. While I was a strong abolitionist, I died on November 17th, 1865, at the age of 52 from a heart disease. Yet my legacy will live on. Today, people have equal rights when it comes to education. Today, anyone is able to pursue their passions, and now everybody is able to become what they want academically, which is ultimately what I fought for. All my years as an abolitionist, all I wanted to accomplish was to get equal education for all African Americans, because I can never get lots of education for myself in the US. Ultimately, that did happen, and today all African Americans have equal education. I contributed to and edited abolitionist newspapers and served as an officer for many organizations for the improvement of social conditions in the black community. I tried to speak against racial issues and attack slavery and racial theories. The only thing I regret is that there are no records of me. No biography of myself exists to this day, though I have been the subject of several essays. Yet today, it all pays off, as now black and white people work together academically. As I once said, I have striven to obtain education at every sacrifice, on every hazard, and to apply such education to the good of our common community, and I still believe that to this day. Education is an important thing to our country, and my contributions to society have paid off immensely.